So we said that somehow greeting here is a property of the class called greeting. When we make an object in main called myGreeting out of a greeting, then we can get to the greeting property. Well, this greeting in the class greeting is defined as of type string. Well, there are many types that we can use, so let's examine those data types. So data types in Java, there are a few. First we have a Boolean, and this is defined as a 1-bit going to be true or false. The rest of them are defined really as a number of bytes. In some Java literature you will see them defined as a number of bits, but we can think of them as bytes. So a char is a 2-byte Unicode character, not as in, let's say, C, where a char is defined as a 1-byte value. A char is a 2-byte, and in Java it is a character type. In other words, we cannot take the integer value of a char like we might do in C. It does have an integer value, but Java tends to hide all that stuff from us. A byte, a short, an int, and a long are all integer types. So a byte is 1 byte, a short 2 bytes, an int 4 bytes, and a long 8 bytes. A float and a double are both real types or floating point types. The float is a 4-byte floating point type, and the double is an 8-byte floating point type. Now, how do we declare properties? Well, we've already seen an example, but properties, by the way, are sometimes called fields in some Java literature. We can declare a property using the syntax: first the type, a space, and then the name, semicolon. We can also set a value in the declaration, and we just use that as the assignment equals sign, the assignment operator. The type, the name, equals some value. Here's some examples. Note the camel case here for property names. Count is an integer. First letter is a char, and we assign it A. And in Boolean, sky is red is obviously false. So now let's look at some examples of declaring properties. Here we have a string greeting in our greeting class, hello. We might also have an int count for some reason, and we don't know what that is, but we can assign it certainly in our instance. So we could actually say here in the instance, after we create a greeting, and I'll save this, in the instance or the object after we create a greeting, we could say my greeting count is equal to 5, for example. And also we could have a Boolean flag equal to false, for instance, and then we could get the value or set the value my greeting flag equal, and it could be either true or false. It can't be something like 78 because this is a Boolean value and the compiler will complain, but we could say that's going to be true. And there we go.